Do you know that there is a place in the world where there is an invisible wall, you can say invisible wall, which no animal, bird, or fish can cross? It seems unbelievable, doesn't it? But believe me, it is true. Yes, today I will take you to a mysterious island where there is this invisible border wall which we call the invisible line. Nature itself has created this mysterious wall. This border is between the islands of Bali and Lombok in Indonesia. Even though this line passes by each other, it is never possible for the animals of these two regions to cross this border.
It is only 35 kilometers away. Even then, the animals of these two regions cannot go from one side to the other. Yes, there is an invisible force here that does not allow any animal to come or go here. That is, it does not allow them to cross this invisible wall. How do I explain it? Between the islands of Bali and Lombok, on one side there are one type of animal, bird and fish. And on the other side, there are completely different types of animal, bird, and fish. When you reach Lombok from Bali, you will realize that everything you have seen has changed in an instant. Yes, if you go from Bali to Lombok, you will see the entire environment separated. And the strangest thing about this mysterious border is that it is not possible for any animal or fish other than humans to cross it. Not even a bird can fly. Not even a bird? You must be wondering, what is there in this 35-kilometer distance that animals cannot move from one side to the other? In fact, there is an invisible force behind this border that has kept the entire environment separated from each other invisibly. To know the secret of this invisible wall, we have to go back 150 years to find out how and why it was created and why it is possible. Let's go back in time a little and fly. 150 years ago, a British researcher, Alfred Russel Wallace, discovered this mysterious line. He did not know that his discovery would one day shock the whole world. In fact, Wallace's life was also very dramatic. Born in a simple family in England, Alfred was interested in studies since childhood. However, the family's poverty forced him to leave his studies and travel with his father, who was a cartographer. But this decision was the most important in his life, and for our world as well.
He started traveling to different places where he got acquainted with the natural environment and started collecting various types of plants, animals, and insects. In this way, in 1854, he took a boat 35 kilometers away to the island of Lombok, and after reaching there, he realized for the first time that something unusual was happening. Here he saw animals that he had never seen before: Komodo dragons, kangaroos, koalas, all these strange animals. Where did these animals come from? Why are they not on Bali or other islands? Wallace and his companions were quite surprised. Here a big question came to him. Why do so many strange animals live on this island? He could understand that some power was at work. However, this mysterious situation made him think, but the solution took some more time to come. And during that time, he had to suffer from a strange disease that forced him to rest in one place. And during that rest, a remarkable idea first came to his mind about this mysterious line, and this thought was the first step towards making him unforgettable all over the world. While Olish was resting, a strange thought came to his mind. He realized that what was happening here was not an ordinary thing. The diversity between the animals, birds, and fish of Bali and Lombok was not an ordinary thing. Some great invisible force kept them apart. But what was that force? Wallace's mind began to race. 3 questions were swirling in his mind. First, why don't the animals of these two islands interact with each other? Second, why can't the birds cross this invisible line? And third, why are the fish on both sides so different? At one point, Wallace thought that something mysterious was happening, and he developed a theory with his observations. Wallace said that Bali and Lombok were once connected to each other. Long ago, when the world was completely separate, the continents of Asia and Australia were together. But when the temperature of the Earth rises and the seawater rises, these two continents start to separate and separate. According to Wallace's theory, the animals that live on Bali are mainly Asian animals, such as elephants, tigers, and many other species of animals. And those that live on Lombok are Australian animals, such as kangaroos, koalas, and Komodo dragons. And these animals cannot mix with each other because they separated millions of years ago. When a continent broke away from the Earth and new islands and seas were formed, this theory not only explains the diversity of animals at that time, but it also changes our idea about the Earth from a scientific point of view. Although many years later we now know thanks to science that our Earth was never the same. It is a moving planet, where the continents are gradually separating from each other through plate tectonics. Our work was to go one step further. He proved that not only the animals, but the entire environment had changed. The sea, the air, the soil, everything had changed, and this change was invisible to the human eye.